Hey everybody, it's Ed. All right, today's video, I think we're gonna make this a part one. I'm gonna focus on the Follow That Dream FTD Elvis Presley vinyl LP releases. Now, the plan is for this video, I am going to show all of the vinyl releases that have been released so far. As of this date that I am recording this video, which is October 14th, 2024, there have been 46 vinyl LP releases by the FTD label for Elvis Presley. Now, some of you may be totally familiar with what I'm talking about when I say the FTD label, and some of you may stumble upon this video and say, what the hell are you talking about, Ed? Well, simply put, the FTD label was put together initially as a fan club exclusive. It was for the what they called the Elvis Insiders, which was part of the shopelvis.com at the time website, and there may have been other avenues through the UK and across the seas to obtain these discs. But in America, initially, in order to get the FTD CDs releases, which they started releasing, I believe, in 1999, you had to be a part of the Elvis exclusive members or something, Elvis Insiders fan club that was part of the website to have access. Or I think you can also get them at Graceland at the time as well through the gift shops. But regardless, in 2008, they started releasing vinyl LPs, and they were mostly condensed versions of the CD releases, because most of the FTD CD releases, not all of them, but a lot of them were double CDs. Now they've expanded that. Sometimes they have 3, 4, 5, depending on what the material is. But regardless, we're talking about the vinyls. So as of this date, there have been 46 of these released. So this first video, we are going to show 46, and we are going to be going in descending order, meaning from the most recent we are going to begin with all the way down to the initial release from back in 2008, I believe, maybe even 2009. We'll verify at the end. All right, but there's 46, so let us run through them. Now, the most recent release that we have is Elvis Fun in Acapulco. This is a double vinyl release, and it is, I believe they are still mastered. No, well, it's 180 gram heavyweight vinyl, but they used to tout that they were mastered at Abbey Road Studios. This is just the invoice. Some of them I sent the invoices in them, some of them I do not. All right, but these are special pressings, and it's unknown how many they actually do press. Sometimes they tout limited edition, but if you really think about it, they're all limited edition because they don't continuously press them. Once the pressing runs out, that's it. All right, and then now this one is being actually repressed, because this one initially came out as a limited edition colored vinyl, numbered. And if you look at the hype sticker, you can see that mine is numbered 1109 out of 3,500. But they are repressing this now on black vinyl, so you can be on the lookout for that. The pre-order is up, and actually, just to talk about the prices now, this one, when I got it, I paid $56 plus shipping. All right, and they were running about $55 until now the repress of this is going to be $65. So yeah, the prices just keep going up and up. All right, and then before that, we had It Happens at the World's Fair. All right, and again, we have the invoice in here, but let me not put that one, because then I dox myself. Don't want to do that. All right, but It Happened at the World's Fair, double LP. All right, then Kid Galahad. Now, some of these are still available, of these most recent ones, depending on where you get it. Either it's Shop Graceland or Shop Elvis. That will depend on the asking price, between probably most likely $55 to $65. This is Raised on Rock, alternate cover, again, 180 gram double vinyl LP. Now, this has mostly outtakes or alternate takes, Girls, Girls, Girls soundtrack. This one is made to look like a European pressing as opposed to a US pressing. Now, all of these are pressed in the EU. And so to, me, these are imports. And that's part of the reason why they're so expensive when they are initially released. Now, again, talking about prices, well, first, easy come, easy go. Now, talking about prices, like I said, the most recent ones have been running for about $55 until now. We have the $65 release of the repress from Elvis Presley Boulevard. But I think this one is sold out. Tickle me. All right, but these are, once pretty much they sell out, they initially start going up in value because I don't know why. I guess because people are willing to pay for it is why. All right, but here we have Love Letters, another one that has sold out. All right, Elvis Sings, Memphis, Tennessee. This is a popular one. And again, no longer available, unfortunately. Some really good stuff on here. Now, the next video, I was thinking of talking about what still needs to be put out as far as an FTD vinyl release. What we have so far will be covered in this video, and what needs to be put out will be going forward. All right, but again, now let's talking a little bit more about the prices of these. This was volume 2 for GI Blues. Now again, consistently, you're talking for the past, at least 5 or so years, between $45 to $55 for each of these. Now that's not including taxes, that's not including shipping. All right, and again, this was volume 2, Jailhouse Rock. Now this is funny, for an EP that had 5 songs on it got 2 FTD releases. That's right. All right, then we have Elvis, The Last Movies. I was just made aware, actually, the CD of this is actually hard to come by, and is apparently commanding a premium price. But I'm not sure about the LP, but good stuff on here. And again, out of print. Okay, then we have Rostabout. Yeah, it's going to be a long video, man. There's a lot of these. All right, and again, you find a lot of alternate covers. I've done a couple of videos talking about the different covers that are out there and, between the original and the FTD release, and doing a comparison, giving an opinion on what I thought looked better or not. Happened to like this one, though. This was the original cover, what the original cover for the full album would have looked like, but they did away with taking that out because they were like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. We're not putting Fool under Elvis's name. All right, then we have Too Much Monkey Business, which is the Felton Jarvis mixes. Now again, most of these, unless they're concert releases or whatever, are alternate mixes or takes or masters, things that are usually stuff that have not been originally or commercially released to the general public. This was the stuff that you would usually get in bootlegs and whatnot, but now they made them officially, official releases. All right, and then we have Elvis Today. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, but today. All right. Oh, man, we're almost halfway through. All right, now this was the only single LP release. Not only was it a single LP release, it was on limited edition clear vinyl. And not only was it limited edition clear vinyl, it was limited edition numbered. And what number do we have? We have number 1866. Now, it was funny when they first announced this, it was supposed to be a limited edition of 1,500 numbered copies. So when I got it and I saw it had 1866, I was like, something doesn't seem right, because according to my math, 1866 would be more than 1,500. So therefore, what happened? Although, sure, there could be an explanation, but regardless, I'm sure they made more than 1,500. All right, but anyway, here we have He Touched Me. Then, yeah, I'm all right, you know what? I want to move these over, All right, 'cause this was the first pile, and I don't want them to fall over and get damaged, so I'm gonna move them back. And now, and hope that they don't, okay, slide. All right, and then continuing on, we have, damn, a lot left. We have Moody Blue. This also was a limited edition, and this was on clear vinyl as well, and this was also numbered, and mine is, I can't say, so I'll read it in a second, and that is 1697, 1697. All right, then we have Elvis Now and Again. All right, another goodie. Lots of outtakes on here. Really good stuff. Enjoy it. Oh, this is, ooh, that's, yeah, all right. Then we have from Elvis American Sound Studio. This is the third American Sound release, and this rounded out, you know, the stuff from these two albums. All right, then we have the Something for Everybody sessions. All right, again, 2 LPs. Really, really nice release. Good stuff. All right, here we go. First concert that I'm showing. And remember, we're going in descending order of release. Hot August Night. So what year are we at? We're at 2014 right now. So we went from 2023. We're down to 2014. Remember, we started at 2008. All right. Oh, this is one of my favorites. I love this one. Stay Away Joe. A lot of good takes on here, especially alternate takes. Elvis fooling around, swearing a little bit as well, but, you know, funny stuff. I really, really enjoy this one immensely. Here's another one I enjoy. Back in Memphis. A lot of people balk at this cover. I really like this cover, actually. Yeah, so there you go. But that's my opinion. It's my 2 cents for what it's worth. Here's another fave. Another fave from Elvis in Memphis. American Sound Studio sessions. And, yeah, really good stuff. There's back cover. Looking good. Another one that is way, way out of print here. We have from 2013. There it goes. All right. Ooh, and then we have the full Memphis concert from 1974. Elvis recorded live on stage in Memphis. This is the album that had the cover of Graceland on it when it was originally released. And actually, in this album, Elvis mentions Ed Bonja by name. Yeah, calls him out. So there you go. All right, and then we have GI Blues. This I got as a gift from my buddy Rossi, and to this day I still appreciate that, because at the time it was a gap in my collection, and Rossi knew it, and he had an extra, and again, Rossi, I still appreciate that, so thank you. GI Blues, Volume 1. I like how they did the back. The back was pretty much a almost exact reproduction of the original. All right, then another favorite. Of course, Elvis Country. Definitely one of my favorite Elvis studio albums was Elvis Country, and so it only goes to be that this would also be a favorite of mine. 2 LPs of Elvis Country goodness, outtakes, alternate takes, other stuff. Phenomenal. Love it. All right. Jeez, man, just favorites up the wazoo. Here we go. Elvis, That's the Way It Is, special edition. And, yeah, what can you say, man? Look at that cover. It tells you. This is just awesomeness epitomized. All right, but, again, great stuff. All right, listen, we're almost there. Here's another great one, though. Really, really great versions of live performances on here from the on-stage engagements. A couple of great versions of The Wonder of You on here. Just a lot. Don't Cry Daddy, Kentucky Rain, Can't Stop Loving You, Walk a Mile in My Shoes, Proud Man. Just, wow. Just awesome. It really is. All right. Then Promised Land. This one is commanding a pretty penny on the secondary market if you can find it. A lot of these actually are. I didn't even really mention it, but this one I've seen go for over $500. And but yeah, there you go, from the Stack Sessions. All right, here's another goodie. Guitar Man got some outtakes with Jerry Reed or alternate takes, and you hear him in the background counting off or whatever. And just, again, Awesome. Goodness. All right. Whew. What can we say about Elvis is Back? The Elvis is Back sessions, highly, highly, highly sought after. This final 2 LP, and yeah, great stuff. Now, funny thing is, I'll take this one out real quick just to show you. But when these FTD LPs came out, they initially had these beautiful, beautiful insert picture sleeves, and they were made out of high quality, glossy, if you could see that, paper, and just really well done. Now, at the time when these were released, and we're talking 2011, I think they were between $35 to $40, okay? And, you were getting these inserts, and they were beautiful. They stopped after GI Blues, and after GI Blues, they gave you these kind of like poly-lined paper sleeves. So, and not only they gave you the polyline paper sleeves, but they started charging more, for each album. So you were paying more and getting less. So that started, like I said, around right after GI Blues. So I think that was around maybe 2014, 2015 time. But I don't know. All right. And now we're up to $65, and they're probably going to even cut the polyline out of the sleeve now and just give you a paper sleeve. Let's see if I'm right. All right, but here we have His Hand in Mine. Paying $10 more, and that's not including shipping or tax here in the U.S. Yeah, Potluck Sessions. Again, now these forget it, man. Way out of print, highly sought after, and if you do find them, they are going to be quite expensive. How Great Thou Art sessions. All right, Viva Las Vegas. It's so long a video than I thought it was going to be. Good Times, the outtakes, man. This one also going for a premium. All right, but this is what the original back cover would have looked like. Same with this one. Just a slight difference. I think they just photoshopped, well, I don't know if it was Photoshop at the time, but they had to do something with the finger on the front cover to cut it out of the view of his face. All right, then we have the first Jailhouse Rock, and they have the EP cover, hype sticker, and good stuff on here. All right, we're almost at the end. We have the Jungle Room sessions. This, I think, is the only album that has every song that was on the companion CD release. All right, this was the third FTD release. This was released in 2009. All right, and again, just what it is, the Jungle Room sessions. The outtakes that from Elvis's Den, which that's what it was called at the time, but has since been labeled the Jungle Room. My very first FTD LP that I received or got was Standing Room Only. Wasn't the first one that was released, all right? This was the second one that was released, all right? But the first one that I really wanted, so I bought it. And I love this LP. Definitely one of my favorites. This was the album that never was, and they put the track listing on here that they thought it would have been, and released it as a double LP, with the first LP being what the initial LP would have been or might have been had it been released back in 1972, and then the second LP full of outtakes. And then this was released in 2009. All right, and then to top it all off, and I just got this recently, and I want to thank Lynn for making this possible, because when the FTDs first came out, I was aware of this, but I passed on it because I didn't think it was anything I was ever going to listen to, so I didn't feel it was worth buying for me. And then, through the every subsequent release, for the most part, I just bought them and never got around to getting this one. And then it sold out, and I never got it. And then it went up exponentially. It just started going up in price. And I was like, well, you know what? If I didn't pay $35 for it, I'm not paying hundreds for it. But anyway, long story short, Lynn reached out to me, made me an offer. We came to an agreement and made a trade, and he sent it to me. We could have sold it and got stupid money for it, but he was like, look, I really think that you should have it in your collection, and if anybody's going to have it, I'd want you to have it. So, you know, let's do the trade, or whatever. And we worked it out, like I said. So that's what wound up happening. And so now I do have it in the collection, and it gives me all 46. So going forward, am I going to continue? Well, I guess so. I mean, even still, $65 now to get a repress of something that I already have. Now, why am I doing that? Well, to be a completist, I would guess, to keep the collection going. But the next video that I do, I want to talk about the albums that still haven't been released by FTD on vinyl. And then we will, get into just, again, pricing and how certain ones are going for certain prices now, and what they, initially sold for. All right, everybody. But I appreciate you watching. This was a long one. If you would like, you can leave me a comment. Good to yourselves, good to each other. Take care, everybody.